This is a choice that people are actively making. This isn't a woe is me, I'm sad because I'm not in a relationship and don't have kids. It's not childless, it's child-free.
This is a weird thing, this stat that Gandhi just brought up to our attention. Working age women by 2030, by the year 2030, half of working age women will be single and child-free. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what the numbers are now. So how big of a change is that between now and 5 years from now? Yeah, that's 5 years from now, 2030. So half of working age women, so we're thinking, 18 to 50, 60, something like that?
So what's interesting is their definition of working age women, I would disagree with, but it says women between the ages of 25 and 44.
Oh, nobody works before 25?
Or after 44?
And nobody works after 44?
Okay, well, no.
Well, then I'm retiring, guys.
Let's not burn their house down quite yet.
Yeah.
I mean, but they did a study, and they just decided, well, one thing all those women have in common is they are working age. Maybe that's how they came up with that title. But they're saying 45, just under 50% of those age women will be single and child-free.
Absolutely.
Between 25, 44, is that what you said?
Yes, between 25 and 44.
Okay, so interesting. You know, we've had this conversation before. It was just not that long ago about how women in that age group in particular are choosing to live their lives in a way that's the way they want to roll it and not the way society has rolled it for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So what do you think about that?
I mean, I'm definitely one of those people, so I see where it comes from and I understand it. They're saying that it's because a lot of things have changed and that this is I don't have a number, but they're saying it's a significant increase statistically from generations previously. And that huge parts of that have to do with focusing on your career, personal development, being okay being alone, being happy being alone, but most importantly, financial independence. Because for a long time, women couldn't even get a credit card without somebody else. And now that you're able to make more choices on your own and you have a lot more autonomy, the choices being made are, I want to focus on me, not necessarily marriage and kids.
So flip it. What about guys? I wonder if the number of men in that same age group will, I wonder what their numbers will do. Will they dwindle just because, well, there's less women getting married, or will they go up? You know, I don't know.
That's a good question.
You know, I read another stat not too long ago, maybe about a year ago, about how compared between the two, between men and women, more men are intrigued with the falling in love, getting married, and starting a family than women at that point.
Wow.
So
interesting, yeah.
And of course, all these research projects, they all, you know, have different foundations that make the numbers, you know, flow differently. I get that. They're not all the same. But what do you think about that? Men versus women. It's changing. It seems like it's shifting a little bit between the two.
There's been a big shift even in college classrooms. They're saying that it's much more women in the classroom than men, and buying homes by yourself. They're saying women are doing it in bigger numbers than men are doing it at the moment. So there is a shift in some way. What it means, where it comes from, I don't know, but I think it's really fascinating. And I'm kind of glad, because I think for a lot of people who choose not to get married and not to have children, sometimes it can feel isolating and like everybody's looking at you like you're doing something wrong. So seeing these numbers is, for somebody like me, a little validating. Like, okay, I'm not alone. There are other people like this.
You know, it was a long time ago. I remember coming on this show and saying the numbers just came out. More women are buying homes and getting mortgages than men. And I also, to your point you said a second ago, and also more women are graduating from college than men. But that was a long time ago. That was at least maybe 15 years ago. It's been that long. So those numbers, they started to go that direction a while back. But when you look at the numbers that they're saying here, half of women between 25 and 44 will be single and childless in 5 years.
Yeah.
I wonder why. What do you think? Scary, you're shaking your head. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe my thought is that maybe women these days are getting better jobs that are paying them more, so they don't need to depend on a guy for any kind of financial cushion. And they're like, you know what? I don't want a kid because that's just going to cause, you know, more financial strife in my life. So they're just doing it all on their own.
Right. Why take on responsibilities or what could be burdens when you can just live your life?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I'm okay with this tipping of the numbers, because this makes me even more than ever want to be a hub son.
You can do it.
I can
have
depend
faith
on my
in you.
mom.
Do it.
Depending on my mom for my finances and a roof over my head. I don't know. Just a thought. People are texting in. As a single guy working, I can say I would love to be in a relationship, but I certainly would love to be able to share this life and have with a woman. Okay. Another one. It's so hard now to raise a child and be able to stay at home and raise them. Generally, both parents have to work in order to sustain living because everything is so expensive. So is it even worth it to have kids when you're spending all your time working instead of being with your family? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, these are the choices people make. I don't know. What's that grin on Nate's face?
Well, I saw something Scary put in our chat room, and
Oh, yeah. Scary has shared with the room
Oh, boy.
that sex toys have gotten better. So therefore women...
That could
So
be it.
women
There's-
are working more.
Well, no. Hold on that for a second. There's more options out
Women
there.
are working more and not having kids because your sex toys are better now.
Yeah. All you
According
need
to
is a
Scary.
pet, is like a cat, and you need a toy. That's all.
Wait, are you using the toy on the cat? Oh, okay, thank God. Thank God.
Oh, my God.
There's so much out there. People are seeing things on social media. They're like, "Ooh, I'm going to buy this. Oh my God, I didn't know this existed. This could do that. I'm in." And they'll
Yeah,
buy
but that's
it.
not giving you the emotional connection that I mean, maybe one day with AI,
Well,
That's where your
Well,
ChatGPT.
It
Yeah.
checks all the boxes.
Scary thinks that cat's going to be your emotional connection. Absolutely.
Checks
So,
all the
Scary,
boxes.
you're saying that more women, 25 to 44,
Yeah.
are going to be childless and single in 5 years because of cats and vibrators.
Yes, and they're better jobs. They're getting paid more, and the internet, because they're looking at social media, and they're seeing the possibilities.
So I want to. Can I say something about one of the texts that we got? Because
please.
somebody said, "Is it feminism or is it work? You can blame yourselves." This is a choice that people are actively making. This isn't a woe is me. I'm sad because I'm not in a relationship and don't have kids. It's not childless. It's child free. That's the choice that people are
Right.
making. This isn't about women who just can't find a man. Because clearly, if these numbers are true, women will have no problem finding a man because no one else is looking for one.
Or no problem finding a cat or a vibrator. According to Scary.
Don't you think that checks all the boxes?
I think cats and vibrators are much easier than trying to track down a guy. I'm with you.
A cat doesn't go to college. You don't have to pay for his school. So many things. You don't have to take him to the doctor that often.
Neither does a vibrator. So you look at that.
True.
Yes, Nate.
I hate to say it, I kind of agree with Scary. I don't know how many times I've seen a post on social media, a woman saying, "I don't need a husband. I've got the happy clamper," or whatever the toy is that they happen to have.
Dude, that sounds
Happy
painful.
clamper.
I don't know, the clam clamper. I don't know.
And then
I don't
when
know.
they're feeling
But yeah,
it, they just make a random
I've seen-
de-appointment, and
Okay.
then that's it.
I've seen.
Well,
posts like
I love that the two guys here on the show that want to agree with each other on that. Okay.
I love the turn this conversation took.
I'm not
It's
a
like,
woman.
what?
I can only guess.
I tell you
right?
what, this is really. The women are doing this for many reasons, but in particular, a very, very, very valid reason why they choose to do this. But the guys on our show feel, well, it's about vibrators and cats.
Yeah.
Right.
And Froggy has been
choices
very
to date.
Froggy has been very smart not to chime in.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
Wow.
Look, we are living in a world where your decisions are so powerful, and they are your decisions, and they are yours to make.
Yeah.
It's so easy in old school thinking to believe that, well, people just go with the flow because that's how society expects them to go. Well, it's so evident that doesn't have to be the case.
And it's not for everybody.
anyone.
Kids are not for everybody. Marriage is not for everybody. So,
And some would argue cats aren't for everyone. So.
Well, I don't know.